Hi everyone, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're looking at this adorable new style. This is Marsha by Envy in Toasted Sesame. I'd like to thank Shirley's Wig Shop for sending me this style so that I can review her for you, and also to remind you that Shirley has a wonderful private Facebook group called Shirley's Wig Shop, Hair's Looking at You Kid. And it's a wonderful group where you can exchange ideas, information, ask questions, get to know other wig wearers, and we invite you to join us there. Also, I wanted to ask, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe down below, like and comment, and we'll get started. So as you can see, Marsha here is just an adorable, wavy, sassy little style. Lots of layers. Feels very light on the head, has these beautiful relaxed waves, and we do have shorter pieces in the front here. That's how long they are on me, and I will leave some text here letting you know exactly what the measurements are for these. And so we have a couple of ways we could go with this. I have seen her styled, and you easily could sweep these bangs to the side and not really have bangs, more a sort of side swept fringe. Or you can wear this with bangs. I've seen a stock photo that's actually pretty cute, I think, with the bangs worn so that you have this wavy style and a defined bang. So I'm going to see, I'm not sure yet which way I want to go, and we'll look at that together. I do want you to notice one other thing that I've noticed, and that is we do have a little bit of box hair. So if you look at the top here, you can see it's pretty flat, and then it kind of angles downward here, mimicking the shape of the box it was probably in. So I definitely want to work on that. That is not a natural look. So we will definitely work on that together, and of course remove that zigzag parting as well. But let's go ahead and look at her right out of the box so you can see what you'd be getting. So first we have an extended lace front. So it runs from about there to there on me. Love extended lace fronts. I am noticing some darker knots in the front here, and that's what you get if there's a darker color and you don't have lighter fibers at the hairline. You can absolutely work on those. If you're wanting to style these fibers away from the face, I think I will leave them because I do probably intend to wear this style with bangs. So just wanted to let you know that in this color, that's what you have. And then we have a full mono top. And as I mentioned, we still have that zigzag parting, so we will absolutely want to change that. And we'll do that together. So let's get a good look at her from all sides. Here she is from the right. And the back, you can see those layers and a little bit of movement. And the left. So really just an adorable little wavy style. Next, we'll go ahead and change this part line and style her however we want the bangs to be. And then we'll look at the cap construction. We'll look at some styling options. We'll take her outside so we can see this beautiful color in natural light, and then we'll go over final thoughts. Let's go ahead and change the part line first, and we'll see what that does to this box hair effect. Maybe that will take care of it. So I'll just run it down the center of that zigzag approximately. All right, you can see that already creates a nice amount of scalp appearance. I think I'll still put some silicone scar tape under there, but let me just finger comb her just to let you see what this looks like with just the part changed. I think that already helped with the box hair quite a bit actually. But I do want to achieve a different style, I think. I'm not a big fan of center parts. I think they can be adorable on a lot of face shapes, but for myself, I prefer a left part. So let's try that. And of course we have options because this is a full mono top. Okay. And of course, we will have to steam this for it to stay. I can see it's wanting to revert to the original style again pretty quickly. All right, well, and then I think that absolutely takes care of the box hair. And I think I like this look. I really prefer having some wispy bangs and slightly side swept. So I think this is approximately what I'm going for. I'm going to go ahead and clip these fibers in place and then get a good look at her and put her on the blockhead, and we'll start steaming. So she's on the blockhead, and as you can see, I changed that part a little bit more, and I did place some silicone scar tape under that part, and you can see I was able to achieve a really nice amount of scalp appearance there, so I love that. And I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and steam this new part in place and then look at the results without steaming any fibers away from the face, since I do want to wear this style with the bangs. And I'm going to use my iSteam steamer here. This is just a little handheld clothes steamer that I like to use to steam my synthetic and heat-friendly synthetic styles. This is a synthetic, traditional synthetic style, so the steaming is safe on these fibers. And I'll leave a link in my description box to a video showing you exactly how I like to steam style my wigs, a full-length video, so that you could watch that if you would like. But let's go ahead and steam that part in place. Be sure to direct the steam at the fibers, not at the delicate lace front or monofilament portions of the cap. Keep your steamer moving. Don't leave it in any one place for more than 3 seconds. Now I need to let these fibers cool completely so that the new style can set, and then we'll see if we like the results. So the fibers are nice and cool now, and I'm ready to remove the clips and see if I like these results, and I'm very curious to see if I want to trim the bangs as well. So let's get a good look at her now that she's been steamed. All right. That is adorable. And I think the box hair has been removed, so I think this is a much more natural rounded shape. And it's already pretty darn cute. I'm going to go ahead and look at this in the mirror a little bit to see. I do think I probably will want to trim these bangs, and we'll definitely do that together. So let me go take a look, and then I'll be back with some hair trimming shears, and we'll see what we can accomplish. You can see that I've clipped the fibers back, and this is the section of fibers that I want to trim. That's what they look like right now. So not too heavy of a section. I just want to create some wispy bangs. I do want to caution, I am not a stylist. I'm just a wig wearer who has experimented with my wigs, and I've trimmed bangs several times. I like to use the Sam Villa method, and I'll leave his video in my description box in case you'd like to see the full video where he shows us how to trim the bangs. But that's the technique I like. It's just simple and straightforward. And of course, you could also, if you don't feel comfortable, I highly recommend taking your style to a hairstylist. Just let them know that these are synthetic fibers that they'll be cutting, and I think they'll be happy to cut the style for you as well. So if you do feel comfortable, then this is a method that I like to use. So I'm going to go ahead and gather the fibers. And what you want to do is hold these fibers as close to your face as possible. Don't direct them this way. Hold them down to your nose and gather them together. And then I'm going to twist. And this is my cutting hand, so twist with that first and then transfer it to the other hand so that you have a twist. Now we have these fibers that we're wanting to trim here, and I would not go too short when you're first cutting. Cut it longer because of course you can always cut more, but once it's cut, that's it. So let's go ahead, and we're going to go ahead. I just like to make little vertical snips. You could blunt cut this as well, but I like to just go at a slight angle. So I'll stop talking so I can focus. All right, it's a little hard to see in the camera, but let's go ahead and release and see what we think. I'm already liking this wispy look, but you can see it's still too long. Make sure again that the wig is on exactly where I want it to be, positioned correctly at the hairline there. So let me go ahead, I'm going to do that one more time. All right, I think that should be good. We can always touch it up. I do think this one piece in the center here is still a little too long, because even if I sweep it to the side, it's wanting to go in my eyes. So I think I'll do just a little bit more in the center here. And you can just play around with it. That's why we left it fairly long, so that we can cut more if we want to. Hopefully that did it. Yes. Now it's falling exactly where I want it to. Slightly side swept, but even if it comes forward, it's not in my eyes too much at all. I just am always very cautious not to go too short. So, all right, I think we're good now. Next, we'll go ahead and we'll look at the cap construction. First, let's remove the piece of silicone scar tape that I like to use to help create scalp appearance underneath the monofilament, where otherwise my dark bio hair might show through. And I like to use the AWD Medical silicone scar sheets. I purchased them on Amazon. So let's talk about this cap. This is Envy's new So Soft cap construction. And the reason it's called that is that we have this secondary lace material that covers the monofilament and a portion of the lace front. So let's see if I can separate it for you. It's a little tricky, so that you can see that lace material. There you go. I think you can see through there. So that is covering the monofilament, and it does feel nice and soft to the touch, I have to say. And you can see there's a silicone seam here where it connects. And then I believe this is some clear thread that they've used to stitch this secondary layer to the lace front here. And I think that's very well done. And overall, I absolutely do think this is nice and comfortable. Of course, you do still have this portion of the lace front that is not covered with this So Soft material. So I do want to point that out. But we have a full mono top, so you can part this style center, left, or right, whichever you prefer. We have a beautiful extended lace front, comes about 1/3 of the way down the ear tabs on both sides, as you can see. And I love that feature because this allows you to style the wig away from the face and have that appearance of hair growth all along that extended lace front. So I love that feature. So really a lovely top and lace front. Then we have ear tabs with metal stays, a soft extended nape, and bra strap style adjusters, as you can see. Now I left these where they were. I believe they're extended as far as they will go. And I'll just say that I have a 22-inch circumference head, and this cap fits me very comfortably. You do have the open wefting in the back and on the sides, and that creates a nice and stretchy cap. So beautiful, very comfortable cap construction. So let's look at some styling options. Marsha here is such an adorable, light and airy little style that I wouldn't even want to do too much to her. I think she looks adorable just this way. But of course, if you like to change it up a little throughout the day and just try some things in terms of styling, you definitely have a few options. So let's look at a couple. I always like to test an ear tuck just to see if the fibers are very bulky or if I can easily do that. And I think you can see you can easily accomplish that. We did the right side, let's do the left. So absolutely, you can do an ear tuck. I don't think the fibers are too bulky for that. Then I always like to look at a headband just because this is an easy way to pull fibers away from your face. And this also allows me to show you exactly what kind of coverage I'm getting from this style. So I'm going to pull all the fibers back first just to show you that hairline and everything. All right, now this is not how I would wear her, of course. We'll look at that in just a minute. So again, we have this extended lace front that runs from here to here, I believe. Let's go ahead and look at the coverage. I'm going to run my fingers along the edge here. Make sure, that the stays are nice and flat. So this is where the ear tabs are ending on me. Again, I have a 22-inch circumference head, and I'll leave all my measurements in my description box so that you can compare them to your own. But I think even with my 22-inch circumference, I'm getting a good amount of coverage with this style. Some of my bio hair is showing, and that's just always the case. I also have a fairly low hairline. So Nice amount of coverage. Now let's look at how I would really style her with the headband. I would definitely pull the bangs out and then arrange the curls a little bit around the hairband there. Yeah, I think this is actually a cute look. I think this is an easy way just to pull those fibers away from the face if they're bothering you throughout the day. And I think you can definitely achieve that with this style as well. So you have a few styling options for sure. So next, let's go outside and we'll get a good look at this beautiful color in natural light. Again, this is Toasted Sesame. And I'll go ahead and I'll read you the description from Shirley's website. So the code is 12/24R8, and the description is rooted cool light brown with highlights. And so that R8 is the 8 rooting here, and it's very subtle, as you can see. Just a little bit of brown rooting. And then I'm definitely seeing the 12 and the 24. So I see quite a bit of lighter brunette, I would say, and then gold blonde highlights. That's what I'm seeing, but I leave it up to you. I'm not a color expert, but let's get a good look at all the details. You can see those highlights here and there, blended beautifully though. I think it's done very nicely. We don't have lighter fibers in the front, as we've discussed before. We have the darker rooting here at the hairline, and then we have mono top, as we discussed, and really we're able to achieve a nice parting space there, I think. So I do love how the highlights are added here in the bang area. Very pretty, very flattering around the face, I think. And then you just have them blended throughout. So let's just go ahead and get a good look at her from all sides. Here she is from the right and the back. You can see the layers, movement, and the left. So really just a pretty blonde color, probably, you know, dark blonde or light brown. So if you're on the fence and in between, I think this is a nice choice. To me, it definitely reads warm. I see a lot of warmth. I see a lot of those gold blonde highlights. So even though the brunette might be cooler, I think the blonde definitely creates a warm color overall. So very pretty light brown, dark blonde color, and I think it suits this style really well. So final thoughts. Marsha here is just an adorable little sassy bob style with these wild curls that you can accentuate or tame, just depending on how you like it. But I think this is a wonderful style for the summertime. You have the open wefting that will help keep it cool, and a length that won't experience too much friction or bother you too much throughout the day. So just an adorable style. I chose to trim the bangs, and I do love these bangs. I think they're wispy and light and easy to wear this way. We have that mono top, which is wonderful because this allows you to part the style wherever you want within that top area, and you have the natural scalp appearance we were able to achieve there. So just beautiful. And of course, just a reminder again, this is the So Soft cap that has that extra layer of lace that covers the mono top and a portion of the lace, and is very comfortable against the skin when I felt it with my hand. So a wonderful light and comfortable cap construction on this style. These fibers are synthetic and they feel very light and wispy. Wonderful. This color, the Toasted Sesame, is a lovely color. I feel very comfortable in these blonde shades. You know, brunette, blonde, you take your pick. They're sort of in between. You have some golden blonde blended with this nice light brown, and then a darker root, but really subtle, really well done. So overall, I absolutely love the style. I love this color. I wanted to remind you that Marsha is available for purchase at Shirley's Wig Shop, and I will leave a direct link to her in my description box down below. Also, I wanted to thank you for watching today, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.